Hello guys, I'm here again. And this time we're going to talk about, do you really need an expensive camera gear? So guys, welcome back for another video explainer. Nagsusulat kasi ako dun sa website ko, www.passionforportraits.com. Meron dong tab na I call it the journey. Kasi sinusulat ko lahat doon yung mga opinions ko, mga thoughts, mga imaginations ko, and everything about portrait photography. Doon ko sinusulat. So if you wanna learn everything about portrait photography, just go there. Ang dami ko nang naisulat doon. Marami ka nang pwede matutunan for free. Just go there and read the blogs. But I also do video explainer where the same blog ina-explain ko through the video. It's the same topic, the same content. But medyo may ibang ibang style lang si video explainer. May mga konting information na hindi mo nakikita dun sa blogs. So, without any further ado, let's start itong article na to, itong blog na to. So, bakit ko naisulat to? I've written this blog, do you really need an expensive camera gear? I've written this blog like 10 years ago. Before it's a different title I used. Pero the reason sinulat ko siya ulit this time around kasi every time magkakaroon ako ng class, until now, every time nagkakaroon ako ng class, often on the first day or the second day, the students will start approaching me, asking me kung anong dapat camera ang bibilhin nila. Kasi most of them would enroll and then would have camera na hiniram lang nila. But they have plans of buying one. So the always question is what type of camera to buy, what type of lens to buy. And alam naman natin na super dami-dami ng mga options when it comes to camera brands. And then once you decided on a camera brand, meron ding iba-ibang level. May mga intro level, meron ding mga mid-level, meron mga pro level. So ayun, may didesisyonan ka na naman doon bukod sa pag-decide on what brand. So, kailangan mo ba bumili agad ng very expensive na camera when you're trying to learn, well, in this case, portrait photography? Kailangan mo ba ng pro level na camera or at least mid-level na camera? So, to answer that, if money is not an issue, kung marami kang pera, then go ahead and buy the most expensive camera. Kasi although hindi mo magagamit lahat ng features niya, hindi mo matitake advantage lahat ng features niya, but by the time you need it, kasi nag-evolve na yung yung pagiging photographer mo, yung knowledge mo mataas na, and then syempre yung camera mo can work with you on a professional level. So ayun, so if money is not an issue, then go ahead, buy the most expensive one. But kung may problema dun sa budget, then ang tanong, should I get a entry level or mid level? Well, that depends. How much can you afford? Can you afford the mid level or pang entry level lang bang kaya mong bilhin? So base it on that. Don't push something na out of your budget. Kasi otherwise, that becomes a problem. Kasi sabi nga, di ba, buying a camera will not make you a photographer. So, best is base it on your budget. Ano ba talaga ang budget mo? Now, you probably ask, teka muna, if I'm gonna buy an entry-level na camera, baka naman I'm gonna suffer in terms of quality. Well, the thing is, hindi ganun kalaki. Like, hindi super laki ang difference between image quality pagdating sa entry level, mid, at saka pro. In fact, kung bago ka pa lang sa photography, you won't even see the difference, kasi hindi pa trained yung eye mo eh. You cannot see the difference between an output of an entry-level na camera and an output of a mid or pro level na camera. So, since you can't even see the difference, so I mean, what's the point of, pushing the budget high and then to some point na maraming bagay na hindi mo na nabili kasi inuna mo talaga si camera gear. So, yun. I would suggest, kung the budget is for mid-level, then go ahead, buy mid-level. If the budget is for entry-level, go ahead and buy the entry-level kasi hindi sobrang laki ng difference. Especially na bago ka pa lang, you can't even see the difference. Okay? A lot of people would invest a lot in the hardware itself. Nakakalimutan nila na pag bumibili ka ng camera, the more expensive ones, it doesn't mean na mas maganda yung output mo. Kasi si photographer pa rin ang nagde-decide and nagpo-produce ng mga images na gusto niyang kunan, camera settings, lightings, and everything. So, you wanna invest your time and money in teaching yourself and exposing yourself or putting yourself in a position that you can learn. Huwag mo ubusin lahat doon sa equipment kasi why do you need money when you're trying to learn? Well, first is mag-attend ka ng workshop. Kung hindi ka naman mag-attend ng workshop, there's a lot to spend for. Like, if you wanna work with a model, of course, there's preparation in food, transportation, or renting a studio. So, maraming mga expenses that comes with it. So, I would suggest that instead of spending all your money on camera gears, magtira ka rin dun sa learning na site, no? Learning by doing more portrait photography. And nabanggit ko nga, merong mga money involved. Kasi when you're gonna be asking a model to pose for you, and then nagpunta kayo sa location, so of course, sasaluin mo na yung transportation nun, yung meals nun, and everything. Or if pumunta kayo ng studio, you have to pay for the studio fee. So, maraming mga expenses more than the camera gear itself. Okay? So, you probably wonder how I started. Anong mga camera gear ginamit ko? Well, minus na lang yung mga times na when I was shooting during the high school and college. Dito na lang tayo when I decided to buy a digital camera. Hindi na siya film, digital na siya. So, my first camera na digital is a Canon na 60D. No, it's a crop sensor, hindi siya full frame. Tapos na-flip din yung screen niya. So ano din siya, hindi siya entry level, but a little bit on top of the entry level. Hindi naman din siya mid, but a little bit on top of the entry level. Nag-enjoy ako masyado dun sa camera na yun. Hindi ko nga siya binenta binigay ko siya sa kaibigan ko. Nagkakaproblema na siya later, mga after 4 or 5 years of use. So, pero nakalagay pa rin siya sa dry box ko. But I think, when was that? 5 years ago, I gave it up sa kaibigan ko. Sabi ko, may sentimental value sa akin yan. Ang tagal, ang dami namin pinagsamahan ng camera na yun. Bago ako nag-decide to move to a full frame. Kasi para sa akin, in terms of image quality, maganda siya. Pero, of course, if you start charging your clients and if you start making money out of photography, your clients also deserve a gear, no? A camera that's worth their paying. Kasi pagdating na dun sa reliability, kasi pagka mid-level ng mga camera compared to professional grade, in terms of reliability, speed of focus, tapos alam mong hindi ka niya bibigyan ng problema for the entire shoot. Tapos, of course, on the technical side, ang mga full frame has a better dynamic range than mga crop sensors. So, yung mga bagay na yun, your client deserves for what they pay. So, you wanna use professional equipments if you start charging professional fee. No? Pero when I was still learning back then, bugbog sa akin yung 60D na yun. Lahat pinagdaanan nun, dagat, lahat, dust and everything, outdoor, indoor. So, lahat duman, marami kaming pinagdaan. Marami din talaga akong natutunan with that camera, yung 60D. So, kung sana, nung time na yun, marami akong pera, Eh di hindi na ako nag-60 din noon. Malamang nag-full frame na ako noon, nung time na yon. So, but yeah, I decided 60D was good enough. It fits within my budget. And what I had before was a 28-105. It was not an expensive version of the lens. And then I had this nifty 50, yung 50mm ko na 1.4. Yeah, so mura lang din yun. Kasi alam naman natin 100 plus yung mga 1.2 na version, di ba? So, mura lang, but ang dami kong nagawa, ang dami kong na-learn, ang dami kong na-produce na challenging na mga images dun sa camera na yun. So, yung tanong of whether what camera to buy, masasagot yun sa budget mo. How much ba ang kaya mong bilhin? And huwag mong ipilit to buy something that is more expensive because it's not gonna make your images better than an entry-level camera. It doesn't mean more expensive, mas better ang lumalabas na mga photograph. So don't forget that it doesn't mean that you have a more expensive camera, you can produce better results, no? So hindi pa rin, nasa ano pa rin yan, nasa Indian pa rin yan, wala sa pana, no? So I'm gonna leave you with this liner that I wrote in my blog. And sabihin ko lang siya verbatim kasi gusto ko yung naisip ko yung pagkasulat na yun eh. So sinabi ko dun sa blog ko na your camera doesn't make you a photographer, no? But reliable equipment can help you stay one. Totoo. Kasi when you're shooting for a certain client tapos nagkapalpak-palpak ang shoot mo dahil you're using non-professional equipments, then mawawalan ka ng trabaho kasi the next time that client's not gonna, get you again, no? They're not gonna hire you again. So, professional equipments for professional work and for mga personal na mga projects, yeah, you can use your professional camera then. Or kung hindi ka pa professional, yeah, nobody's gonna tell you not to use professional camera. But again, don't forget, an expensive camera will not give you better images. Si Indian pa rin, hindi si Pana, ang nagde-dictate ng output. So yeah, so that's it guys. I hope you learned something out of my sharing about certain gears, and I hope you learned something. Keep on shooting, everyone, and see you next time. Bye.